Chat. This is a YouTuber whose videos I used to find quite enjoyable. But this downfall is wild, bro. So, this guy had always been, like, nice to me. He saw me react to one of his videos before. And he actually talked to me while I was live on YouTube. He was talking to me in YouTube chat, I'm pretty sure, while I was watching one of his videos. Either that or it was like the day after I had watched one of his videos and posted it to YouTube. The people who used to be his friends were also, they've always been nice to me as well. Shout out Meadow, Scott, and shout out Sam Million. Bro, they're so nice, and they've always been really nice to me. But from what I've heard, Snappy has done some really fucked up shit. Like, I'm talking generational narcissist manipulator and just all around piece of shit. This is a video I never wanted to make, but I found this stuff out literally like 3 days ago, and I was like, I need to make a video on this, especially because I was partially platforming this guy at one point. And now it's been almost a year since I started watching his content. So it's crazy to find out all this information this quickly. But let's get into Jackie, who was one of his friends, has made a 15-minute, almost 16-minute video about her experience with him. And, like, speaking out and platforming other people's experiences with him to, like, make sure people hear about this. It only has 12k views. I think it definitely deserves more views. Also, from what I've heard, he had control of her YouTube channel and deleted it to, like, silence her. And so she made a new channel, already has almost 2k subscribers. Chat, subscribe to her channel. Let's up those numbers! You know, actually, that feels a little like I shouldn't be using sound effects for this video because it's serious shit. But anyways, let's get into the video.
Hi everyone. Okay, so this is gonna be a gameplay story montage because I felt like talking to the camera made it too.
Wait, does she have the hype feature on her YouTube channel yet? If so, I'm definitely hyping the video so more people hear about this. Damn, she doesn't. She probably doesn't have enough watch time hours to get monetized yet. Okay. Jackie, if you're watching this, let me know whenever you get the hype feature. I will definitely hype your video.
I don't know. It made it selfish. It made the story about me, and that's exactly what I didn't want it to be about. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So I think it's no surprise to find out that me, Snappy, and Meadow were very close. We literally lived together for 3 months out of the year, and we were always together. We made a ton of videos together.
Yes.
But I just wanted to start this out by saying both me and Meadow will not be associating from this point on with Snappy the Snapster anymore. Because
from what I've heard, good. Thank God.
The multiple allegations, the way he has treated us, and just the poor character he has been. He completely did a 360, I don't know, or maybe this is the type of person he was the entire time, and he was just really good at hiding it. But as of this point, I really don't know who that man is anymore. And I don't know if Snappy's watching this or if he's going to watch it all the way through. I really hope you do, because I don't know who else is going to give you some accountability in this life. But let me start this off by saying I want to thank you guys for the support and just explain to you guys the story time. This is going to be a trigger warning, as there's some really traumatic events, and I will be sharing some screenshots and the testimonies from victims. But I ask you guys to bear with me. I am a little sick, and I'm going to tell the story as best as I can from my own point of view.
You know what, chat? Before I post this video, I need to remember that I need to delete those reactions, because he might try to take my channel down too. Holy shit, that could have been bad if I didn't think about that.
So, I want to start out by saying thank you guys again for all the support, and to say that me and Meadow are no longer associating with Snappy anymore. So, along with the alarming amount of allegations to his name, Snappy the Snapster has not been a good friend to me and Meadow. And me saying that does not take away the good things that he's done for us, because there is plenty, and there's been plenty of true moments of friendship in there as well.
I'm sure there has.
The past can only give an explanation to the bad things you do and can never excuse them. So, finding out these allegations did have some truth to them. It was a complete 360 to the person that me and Meadow both thought that he was. We found out through a mutual friend just what Snappy did to one of her own close friends. And I'm going to be omitting names just out of respect to the victims. But
yeah,
we do know this person and trust her very well. And it was alarming to see him in such a different light and to hear all this stuff. We have heard some allegations brought up against his name, but Snappy is the most manipulative, the perfect manipulator and liar to make it seem like everybody else is crazy and that he is the perfect angel, and that he brought up screenshots, fake screenshots and stories, and had everybody defend him. And it's insane, and that's why I need to make this video, because this person is very good at lying. This person is very good at manipulating the truth, guys. Like, it's not okay. And honestly, just speaking up about it's hard to do, and that's why there's so many people that have been hurt by this person, because nobody has wanted to speak up for it. Okay? So I can't tell you guys what he did to these people, as it's not my place, but what I can do is to explain to you what he has done to me and Meadow. So I want to first start out by saying that me and Snappy had a very agreement, okay? I started out by appearing in the videos just for fun. I legitimately was like working and going to school, and I had my own system, and I had a solid system set up, and I wanted to do social media just pursued on the side. But Snappy told me that I should do it full time, and that if I don't, I'm not committing, and I'm doing myself a disservice.
That's I wasn't gonna say strike one. That's a red flag immediately. Like, if you're having an okay life and someone tells you you need to throw that life away and do this thing that I'm doing, because trust me, it'll probably work out better for us if we do it this way. That's manipulation immediately.
And and I'm trying to explain to him that I simply need some financial stability.
Yes.
And that's not weird. Like, we're in our 20s. Like, we're not in high school anymore. Like, we have responsibilities, and we have a life. Like,
exactly. Like, this is the reason that I am, and I don't mean to make this about myself, but I'm explaining, like, what it's like to be an adult. So if you have dreams of being a YouTuber and making it big on social media and stuff, and it doesn't work out when you're 16 or 17, you kind of need to just do it as a hobby, which is, I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm still making money. I'm obviously not making enough money to live off of YouTube. Hence the reason I don't live off of YouTube. I'm an adult that lives by myself with my dog. That's it. I have my own apartment. I pay my own bills. I don't rely on social media like the childlike dream that I've had forever. Would it be cool to be able to do that? Of course. Fuck yeah, it'd be cool to not have to go to work. But also, I love my job. I'm not gonna lie. I have one of the easiest and most laid back jobs ever. I make pretty good money. I'm able to survive. That's all I could really ask for. It also gives me enough time to do this on the side. And I understand not everybody gets that privilege. But my point is, as an adult human, you can't live your life just based on faith that you're gonna make it somehow. That's just not how the real world works most of the time, for most people.
This isn't weird when I'm asking. I'm communicating with him, you know? And he's always understood until he got the steak deal. So until he got the steak deal, he basically was just living off of YouTube money, okay? But when he got the steak deal, he got a lump sum of change, which I didn't know how much it was, but he got enough that he felt comfortable asking me to quit my job and to stop going to school. He offered me $1,000 on the spot and Venmoed me over and pushed and relentlessly.
This is sounding like some David Dobrik manipulation shit. And yeah, like what David Dobrik does is probably for the videos. That's probably why he does it like that. He probably actually does pay his friends very well. But like, David Dobrik in his videos will offer his friends like $1,000 to quit their job and never work again. It's like, that is not realistic. They can't do that. Obviously. You can't live off of $1,000 for the rest of your life. And if a YouTuber is paying you, let's say, $200, the fuck are you gonna do with that as an adult human?
Pushed me into this decision. Admittedly, I wanted to do this because it sounds like an amazing opportunity. My friend is painting this out in the best way. He's telling me that everything is going to work out and don't worry, and that he will always help me and support me. And
of course, yeah, that's the life of any young person. That any young person wants. They don't want to have to work. They don't want to have to go to school. Why would you want to do that? We're not our parents' generation or their parents' generation where working was like an honor to go to work or whatever they think, I guess. Nobody wants to do work anymore. And it makes sense. Like, why would we? We have the perfect life nowadays more than ever to not go to work. But it's just not realistic for everybody.
Oh, don't worry, the pants will take off and he's going to have me do the pants. You know, fast forward, none of that ever happened. I never got to help him with any of the pants. Anyways, but he did not.
If y'all don't know what she's talking about, he made a clothing line where he was gonna sell, I guess, customized denim jeans. And I guess, apparently, from what she's saying, that didn't work out.
Hold up to his promise. So he paid me that initial $1,000, and I think after that, I just was living, like, off of my savings, like, paying my bills and stuff like that. When I would go out with him, he'd pay for food. I'd never pay for gas, but I wasn't doing anything but helping him film, edit, and star in the videos. So it wasn't until his dad...
Which is weird, because, like, this is supposedly your best friend. Jackie is supposedly his best friend. If you ask this much of your best friend, you support them. And yeah, I guess behind the scenes he had control of her YouTube channel. That's why it got deleted. because clearly he didn't want this stuff to come to light. Damn, bro, I'm stressing. But yeah, he didn't want this to come to light. That's why he deleted her YouTube channel. I'm trying to formulate my thoughts in a cohesive manner, but this is so difficult to deal with.
Film, edit, and star in the videos.
Oh, right. He's asking so much of Jackie, who he, I guess, maybe publicly would consider his best friend, but really it sounds like he was using her. Because why are you not actually financially supporting your friend? I get paying for gas and paying for food and paying for stuff that has to do with YouTube, but this is your friend, not your business partner. This is someone who you claim is your best friend. This is just not how friends treat each other.
So it wasn't until his dad brought it up to his attention that he needed to pay me, and because I was literally investing my life, okay? I brought it up to his attention too. I was telling him, I was like, dude, I'm broke. Like, I have no money and I can't pay my car. Like, I can't pay anything. I can't pay my phone bill. I'm gonna have to get a job. And he's like, no, don't get a job. That's like quitting. No, let's work something out. Instead, I can start paying you now. And it's insane because he started paying me after the steak deal ended. So after he stopped receiving the money weekly, he decided to start paying me $250 a week. So it equal out to $1K a month. That's not enough, guys. That's not a lot. But
yeah, that's less money than I make per month. And I'm living in an apartment that's $850 plus the other bills that I have to pay for. Like car insurance, electricity, gas bills, gasoline bills, renter's insurance, car insurance. I think I already said car insurance. Energy bills, Wi-Fi bills, phone bill. I have to pay all that per month. And I'm barely making it by. But I am comfortable enough that I don't have to leave the job that I love.
it was enough for me to say okay, because he said he was going to pay for the housing and my food and everything. So I'd be like a personal assistant that's on travel essentially. And I was okay with that because I wanted to help my friend. I wanted to support my friend.
Yes.
And I thought in turn it was like helping support myself and grow with myself too. And I loved being around him and Meadow. Like, these are my best friends. These are my family. Like, we call each other brothers and sisters. Like, it's insane. So I know I'm not hesitating. I'm like, I want to do this. I'm going to go all full in. So eventually he just is having me do all this stuff. I'm doing everything I'm doing and it's working out great. It's doing good so far, And eventually he adds another character into the mix. I'm not going to say any names, but I know if you guys watch his videos, you know who I'm talking about. But essentially, she kind of starts out as supposed to be a friend, and I will admit that Snappy is a girlfriend at this point. So she was just a friend, and she's sleeping in my bed when she's staying over at the hotel that we're at the Airbnb we were at, and it's getting gradually more and more flirty.
I think I know who she's talking about. I'm not quite sure though. Like I said, it's been a year since I watched his videos, consistently.
And the relationship is getting more and more flirty and gradually getting weirder. So this girl knows that Snappy has a girlfriend. I don't know what he's told her though, but she knew that he had a girlfriend when they were first friends. I don't know if he explained to her anything, whatever, but eventually they start being super flirty and I'm the first one to catch it. I freaking clock it and I ask him about it and I'm like, hey, are you still dating your girlfriend? Because if you are, you're cheating on her, right? Like please just talk to me about this. Like, there's no one else in the room. Like, it's just me and you. Like, just talk to me about this. Like, if you can't talk to me about this, who can you talk to about? But he's dodging me. He's not even looking at me. I'm like, sit the fuck up and look at me, like, please. And he's laughing. He knows it's true. Like that's why people think things are funny when they laugh. It's funny because it's the truth can be funny. He's laughing because he knows it's true. He can't even talk to me about this because he knows that he's caught. He can see that I'm catching him in a bad act. Okay. So he's like, I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. Okay. And him cheating on his girlfriend in front of us is what made me and Metal realize how terrible of a person he is. This is what started the chain of events. So he's cheating on his girl.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, this is a shitty thing to do. I'm not gonna lie.
And I know his girlfriend, and she's talking to me, and I'm feeling guilty. I'm feeling like I'm the one that's cheating on a girl or something. I'm not. I can't tell her. I can't tell her anything because that would make me a bad friend to Snappy. And I can't lie to her because that would make me a terrible person to her.
Right.
So I say nothing, and I feel so terrible. I think his ex-girlfriend is an amazing person, and she deserves so much more. But let's continue, okay? So he backed out of our agreement. He didn't pay me as soon as this other girl moved in for, I think, 2 weeks. Okay, guys? And he didn't even tell me. He isn't going to tell me that he didn't want to pay me. He didn't explain to me anything. If he'd give me a little more communication on this, like, oh, I didn't want to pay you anymore because I feel like I'm not getting anything out of you. No, he didn't tell me anything, okay? And also,
another shitty thing, bro. Like, just, if this person is really your friend, you would support them. I wouldn't say no matter what, but like through hell and high water, you know?
throughout all this, he's being a jerk to me. He's being the absolute worst person ever, okay?
You want to see your friend succeed, is what I'm trying to say.
I can give you an example. Like, I asked him to leave the room so I could change, and he's like, no, go change in the bathroom. I'm like, no, the other person's in the bathroom. He's like, go change in Meadow's room. I'm like, are you sane? Just get up.
You know, like how like you and a friend will have a crush on the same girl, and your friend gets that girl before you. There's two types of people. The one that will be jealous and will despise the person that was so-called their friend the whole time, or the one that will be happy for their friend. So it's like a narcissist and a manipulator and a normal person. Which one do you want to be? I think it's pretty clear that Snappy did not actually want to see his friend succeed. Otherwise, he would have been helping them to succeed, not inhibiting their success.
And get out. Like, you're being extra. He's like, no, you're being extra because you want to change in a room with a mirror. And I'm like, are you insane? Do you want me to change in the living room? Like, and we're just standing there, and I'm slowly realizing this person's not gonna get up. And all I hear is the other person that's in the house, the other girl, she goes, Snappy, can you come over here? And this man shoots up out of bed, goes, coming, and starts laughing on the way because he knows how messed up of a person he is for doing that to me. Like, he's completely narcissistic and abusive, guys, okay? He loves isolating people to control them and to make sure that he can use you in some sort of way. He has said this to Meadow. He has said this word for word, bar for bar. I only want to hang around girls that I can gain something out of.
There it is, chat. There it is. There it is. The fact that he was willing to say that and thought that it was okay is a sign of a manipulator and a narcissist. It's kind of the same thing that David Dobrik, like, I keep bringing him up as an example, but the biggest narcissist that I can think of on the platform, he'll have his friends around him, and when then they're no longer popping off or doing really well for his career, he kicks them to the curb. Like when Jeff was no longer usable for his content, he stopped paying his medical bills for the accident that he caused, the life-threatening thing that happened to Jeff, that David directly caused to happen, and he kicked him to the curb and started shit-talking him. Because he wasn't comfortable with the fact that he needed to confront the fact that he was a narcissist.
And when Meadow asked him about it,
Or
later
is
on,
a
he confronted him
narcissist.
because she didn't realize how weird it was, and when it happened, he was like, I don't even know that happened. I don't even remember saying that. Like, he literally wiped it off. And he didn't even, like, say that he was kidding or something, because he wasn't kidding. That's who he is. That's what he thinks, and that's how he thinks, okay? So, I was on my ass money-wise, guys. I literally, like, am struggling. I don't have enough money to pay my phone bill, and I have to get a job, okay? And Snappy is ghosting me. I'm not even kidding. I have not, dude, he's not responding to me. Matter of fact, why I didn't upload my video on time, my last video, is because Snappy had it in his iPad and he wasn't responding back to me to get it to me. And he was straight up ignoring me. And he was only ignoring me because I was the one calling him out on him cheating, okay? So he makes me miss my upload time. My
if I go to Snappy's channel, are there still videos with them? Damn, they're all still in the videos. His last video was 1 month ago. When did this come out? February 26th? Damn, that's wild.
YouTube upload time. I am out my ass.
Also, I looked at his social medias. All the comments are all disabled.
For money, and I had to get a job doing something really shitty, and I just had to make some money. So he made Meadow pay for the last 2 Airbnbs, and they were all nice ones. They were all expensive, and he has no bad conscience on his head, okay? He knows that, like, Meadow doesn't have a lot of money, like, doesn't have endless money either, you know, but he's just like, let me see how much I can get out of this person. And Meadow's paying this out of the kindness of her heart. She doesn't ask for anything out of it. Like, she just wants to hang out with all of us and be around us and make videos and do content. But Snappy's being a complete jerk to her. Anytime she's asking to go film or take her to the store or something, he's like, I don't want to do that, this, and this, because he's having, like, a vacation, okay? He's hanging out with his new girl who's introduced to us. It's his new girlfriend now, and we're supposed to just be okay with it after he just, like didn't even break up with his last girlfriend, and it's just so awkward. Like, the vibes are so off at this point.
Crazy. Oh my god. So he's with a new girl, didn't even break up with the last girlfriend, and then is expecting y'all to just, like, sit back and watch this happen and not say anything about it? What the fuck?
Point, I know he's annoyed at me. I know he's probably annoyed of, like, both of us for not just being okay with it all, but I'm just not, and I want to just go home at this point. Like, I'm not having any fun. We're not making any content. We're not filming anything, and then, like, me and Meadow are not happy. It's just a terrible time. The last Airbnb we had, I was supposed to make a video out of all of it, but I had no footage. It was insane, and it was just heartbreaking, guys. I am so heartbroken. This person I trusted and loved for so many years turns out to be a terrible person. And I honestly don't know if Snappy is still watching this, but if you are, I really hope you do get some help. Dude, I've said the best things about you. I've literally bragged to you about my mom, about how great of a friend I have, and just so for you to turn out to be like an evil person who uses and manipulates people around him to his advantage. He loves women who have scars and who are hurt and who are emotionally vulnerable, because he knows those are the people he can take advantage of the most. And he never hangs around guys, because guys are so quick to call him out on his bullshit, and girls are so emotionally like kind that they always give men the benefit of the doubt, and that's why he hangs around women. Also, he also just wants to have a good rep and to seem like safe and stuff. But I just want to tell you the type of person this man is, because he needs to have some accountability and get a check in his life.
Man.
I'm gonna be including the screenshots now, and I'm gonna be ending this video. But I just want to thank
And
you
don't
guys.
worry, in a different video, we will get into all the allegations that have been brought up against him.
For listening, and I know,
But I just wanted to watch this because, like, I don't think I've ever talked to Jackie, but I have talked to the other friends. And they are very nice and kind people. So to see this happen, is just wild.
me and Snappy made a lot of content, and I hope you guys know I'm still going to be creating content, and I hope you guys continue to support me and Meadow through this time. I really hope to move on from this and put this in the past, but I hope you guys know I love you all, and I really appreciate the support. I understand the feeling if you're feeling betrayed and sad. It's terrible. It really is.
We will be reading texts and stuff. Anything that we can find on this in a different video.
It's almost like losing a loved one. It's like losing a family member or a friend. And I hope you guys know that you guys are so loved and important. And I hope that this doesn't affect you too deeply. I really want you guys to know that even though stuff like this can happen in life, that there will always be a new day. There will always be another train, okay? And I hope you guys know you can get on that train at any time. And I love you guys so, so much. Please always remember that you are so special in this life and that this world is yours, okay? You deserve respect and love. And I hope you guys know that. Thank you guys for watching. Bye, guys.
Okay. Chat, the real reason I'm making this video is so that this gets more attention. Because I think it's worth talking about. Narcissism should not be acceptable in society. Thinking that you're the main character and that everyone else is a pawn for you to use should not be acceptable in society. That should not be a thing that people are just cool with. And granted, most people aren't, but there are these people out here that act that way, that just get away with it by being such a manipulative person. And it's just insane that people can still exist in that way. Anyways, chat, please go support Jackie, go support Meadow, and anyone else that we find that is involved with this whole situation. Yeah, this is just incredibly sad to see. Okay, bye.